Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a Mac Mini 2014 model. The exact model is an A1347 EMC2840, and in this video I'm gonna go over how you can open it up and how you can replace the mechanical drive or the solid state drive, or how you can add both solid state drives in here. And it's easy, just few screws and a lot of the time. Just don't rush when you do this and you'll be fine. You can put a mechanical hard drive up to 2 terabyte, a solid state drive up to 4 terabyte. And I'm gonna go over all this stuff that you can do. I'm just have for example, a mechanical drive right here for demonstration, and another solid state drive for the Mac. Anyway, so all you need to do first, back up your file. Just make sure it's on the cloud or on the extra hard drive, because once you replace the hard drive, you will not have any system in here. You have to reinstall the system by holding Command R on the keyboard and then power on, and don't let go until you go to a process of the installation. That's another video. All right. The tools that I'll be using is an UFIXTEK screwdriver set, and I love this tool set. It has all the bits that you need. And we're going to be using torque number 5, 6, and 7. And if you get the Pro set, which I don't, you'll need, they'll include you tweezers and opening tools. I'll need a sharp tweezers. And for the opening tool, I'll be using a guitar pick, and metallic guitar picks are really suitable to opening cases and covers. All right, with all this on hand, we're going to get it started. And the last time I opened, I forgot to put one screw, and we're going to put that screw back in, and I'll show you where. All right. Now, first thing first, we want to put it upside down, and we want to make sure the I/O side is facing you at the back. So we want to remove this bottom cover, put the opening tool on the bottom right there, and then just twist it, let it like that, and it will release. Put it right there, release. At the back, it will release. Put it to one side. Those are these clips that they come out. You want to grab a torque number, I believe, number 6. And we're going to remove all the screws on the top here. Remember, these big ones are the one that goes inside the clips. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos useful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. All right, now that we remove all the screws, if you haven't opened yours for a while, then this one is going to be really hard to remove. So you need to put the opening tool, squeeze it right under the cover here, and you want to work yourself just like this all around, like I do a few turns, and then the cover will come out loose. Don't yank it up. You want to slide it towards the left, slowly like that. And then we want to remove this screw right in here on the right side. Put that to one side, grab the tweezers, and lift up the connector for the Wi-Fi on here. And there we have it. This is the Wi-Fi antenna that extends out. If you want to just remove the SSD right here, you can remove it right from here, these M.2 SSDs, just by removing one screw. The screws are pretty long, there we go. And then you can just slide it out and replace it. And to put it back in, it's the same way. You want to put it in 10-15 degree all the way in, and then put the screw right on top. And that's how you can replace the M.2. That's really easy. But if you want to go to the mechanical hard drive underneath, that's a different procedure. We need to remove the fan first by loosening up the screw right here. This is a really long screw. It will not come out entirely, neither these two. You want to loosen them up. Okay, once they're loosened up, you want to lift it up gently, the front end only, because these are really long screws. You want to put the fan on this position, on the other side position, and lift up the connector from the bottom towards the upside. So it just got pushed down. Put the fan on one side. Now in here, we need to remove the screw for the motherboard. There's only one screw right here. Remove this screw right there. We need to remove the screw for the bottom hard drive and the screw for the M.2 SSD. So remove the two tiny screws on here. Has a little bracket in here. So you want to remove this metal bracket to hold the connector in place. So remove the on the left side too. There we go. Now you want to put your finger right underneath. Let me see if I can show you right there. And then snap it upward. Same thing in here. Snap it upward. Now, people I see on other videos, they always say, you know what, put the screw right in this hole and pull back evenly. You don't want to do that. Please don't do that. That's not a right way to do it. Or you don't want to put it in here, pull back like that. You want to feel the pressure that you're going to cause. If you put this one here, you're going to put excess of pressure. Put your finger between these two screws right in here. And the other finger right at the back here, by the here. I'm going to hold my thumbs in here. You don't want to put anything in the front end. So I'm pushing down on the table. And with these two fingers, I'm just going to push the motherboard towards myself gently. And you're going to see this gap opening. Once you have this gap opening a little bit, I don't want to tense this power cable right here for the hard drive. So I'm just going to lift it up gently. Right there. Once it's loosened up, there's a power supply right here. So I'm going to bring a little more. And I see the motherboard is really loose. Now we need to pull this power connector backward. So put your fingers in there. Somehow manage to pull these cables out evenly. You have to do a little one side and it will release itself. Now slide out the motherboard and the motherboard will come out pretty easy. Now the hard drive is right there and the screw that I told you in the beginning, I forgot to put from the last video. This screw goes right in here. Right there. So first thing first, what we want to do, we want to remove this screw right there. And we need to remove the power supply. The power supply has a little trigger right in here. This one right here. We want to slide this one back and put it to one side. You want to grab this connector here and you want to twist it just like this. Once it's twisted, you want to move it around, make sure it's really loose. And then you want to slide out the power supply. And put the power supply to one side. And the last screw down here we're going to remove is this one right over here. I don't know if you guys can see, this one right here. Now, once we remove this screw right here, pull it out. This is we can pull out the tray for the hard drive. Just bring it out, slide it all the way towards yourself. And there we have it. Top portion is M.2, the bottom portion is your mechanical drive. There's a tiny adapter right in here. To remove this one, you can put another 4 terabyte SSD drive in here, so you can have SSD and SSD on both sides, or you can put a 2 terabyte mechanical drive. To remove these ones are pretty easy. There's only 2 screws on this side, 2 screws in here, and then the hard drive will come out, and you disconnect it from the connector, and pop in the new one, and you're set to go. It's really easy and fast, easy and forward. So I'm not gonna do this. It's just simple. Just remove four screws, and that's it. All right. Once you have the new hard drive in here, you just want to slide it all the way in. There's a little tray at the back on the case. I don't know if you guys can see that. You will see that tray. The hard drive has to go right inside that tray. It's really simple. Okay, once it's in there, the screw holes should match, both of the screw holes. And first thing first, we want to put this screw on the left side to keep the tray in place. Okay, now we're going to grab the power supply, make sure the cables are tucked in right there. And we want to slide it all the way in. Once it's in there, we want to put the screw for it, the one that I forgot to put last time. Okay, there we go. Now we need to straighten up this one here. There's a tiny grooves you will see. You want to straighten up 90 degrees inside those grooves. It's like really simple. Once it is straight, you want to slide down this lock right in there. And it's not gonna click or anything, it's just gonna stay there. There we have it. Okay, once you have the lock in there, it holds it in place. Now we need to put the slide down the motherboard. You want to grab the motherboard, bring it evenly, put it all the way here, and you want to stop right there, and you want to push a little more and put the connector for the power supply. Do not forget this one, otherwise it's not going to power on. So I'm going to align it straight in there and snap that right in there. Once we have it in there, all we need to do is to just squeeze everything else from the front end toward the back, just like that. And make sure the power jack, it goes all the way in. Now we're going to push down the connector for the hard drive, the connector for M.2 hard drive, and the power connector for the mechanical drive. Just push it down. We're going to put the screw for the motherboard to hold it in place. Okay, you're going to let's put the clips here first to hold the flex cables. So let's put these ones on top and put the tiny screws to hold the brackets right in place. Don't tighten it up first, put both of them, then you want to go back and tighten up, otherwise the screw holes don't match. Alright, once it's tightened up, you want to grab the fan. You want to put it in offset position just like this, so you have the fan connector right there, and you want to push down the fan connector. And this long screw right here, you want to grab this long screw and push down through the hole first, and then align the rest of the screws right on top, and go ahead and screw it down and tighten up the screws. There we have. Now we're going to grab the bottom plate, put it in an offset position, grab it with your tweezers, smack down the Wi-Fi antenna in its place, put the cable under the plate, put the screw for the cable. There we go. Now you want to slide this cable under the case and put it on top and rotate it slowly and make sure the screw holes are matching. And the last thing down here would be to put the big screws on an Y shape. So this, and the one on the back side right here. And that should cover this video. If you guys have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next videos. Just gonna finish up putting up the screws. That's it.